Hi everybody, my name is Adam Meyer. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to go over Bitcoin again, and we're going to go over the market manipulation that has happened. And I want to show everybody the key indication that a lot of market makers were coming in, and a lot of institutional buyers were coming in and driving price up to take out stop losses, to take out buy stop orders actually getting activated. And I can just show you this right here on the chart. So let's get right into this here. All right, getting into the chart here, I want to show you a little bit about manipulation and what do I mean by that. So if you are a trader and you see price just hanging out right here, it's making its way up. It's consistently working up higher. A lot of people, if they're short sellers, they anticipate it to come lower, something like this, or they want to then have buy stops, something like this if price breaks out, to then have buy stops going in right there to get activated in their order. So what do banks see, and what do they want to see happen with price? They want to take people's money in every way they possibly can. So they know people are having trend lines right here. They know people have their orders that I just showed you up in here, and they're going to drive price up, and you can see it happen. I was actually sitting here yesterday getting some work done, but I was watching these 5-minute candles just print out after each other, and this is a big move that happens right here. This is a $1,000 move on the Bitcoin price itself in the matter of 15, 20, 30 minutes or so, and that just drove price way up high, took out those orders, and then we come down below here to then break below the trend line and then react right off the trend line after taking more of those orders, because people have their stop loss right below this trend line because they believe that's where price is going to bounce right off of and keep going up. So this is what these banks do. This is market manipulation. And then we're also seeing it happen even more coming into today. But I was actually looking at price. I don't short the cryptocurrencies. I don't like to trade them like I do with like the indices or the Forex or anything like that. But it is obviously manipulated once you understand how price moves when it is manipulated, because this is exactly what happened. Price did end up moving up into the 50% of this retracement, because if we measure from the high to the low, it comes back 50% of it, so half of that big overall move. And then this is where they do start to then bring price back lower. And ideally, it would be nice to see it come up to the 62 to 79%, but we just started having to move lower here. So let's say you're a bank. You want to take out these orders up here. You buy $500 billion. This is just a number I'm just throwing out there. But then you sell $800 billion. So you're selling more than you're buying, which is why price is going farther in the other direction. So now you're negative in these buying orders, but you're now positive in the selling orders. So then you start to take your profit along the way. This is what these institutions and banks are doing here. And then they start to then break even these buying orders to then bring price lower, which was down into this range. And then this is what they're doing. These are gaps in the market, but I was anticipating price to actually come up above here to then drop lower, which is actually happening right now. But this is just the whole cycle of manipulation happening. And then I'm going to be personally looking for more buys to happen down within this range, down within here. And I'm not going to buy right away if it does happen, but I'm going to then look for another form of manipulation to happen, because these markets are obviously manipulated in every way. Go back and watch the video that I had before on the Wyckoff schematic, because I was comparing this chart with the Wyckoff and how it's manipulated, and how now we're also seeing the Wyckoff schematic play out on these smaller time frames on something just like this now on the 15-minute chart. And now I'll be looking for the same thing to play out again right here. I want to go over a little bit about what we can be seeing when it comes to the manipulation side of things. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I am bullish on it for the long run. But if we see here in the short term, we could see price coming down, which we're seeing now. We could see it come right into this down candle before that move up. And this is where we're going to possibly look for more reaccumulation on a smaller time frame to then bring price higher. But let's say you are a bank. You are manipulating people. Okay, people are like, okay, the bull run's not over. The bull run's not over. Let's see higher pricing. Let's see 200K happen this year. This is going to get people's hopes up once we start seeing these higher highs. And then this is where this could manipulation can come in again, where they start to break it down lower, make a new low, and then come back. This is also like a possibility that can happen. And then we could see lower pricing down within here. And then this is where they're going to be buying up to then take price up to the all-time highs. I want to go quickly over this too here in my Discord chat. Message me, or I can send you the link to this chat here, and then yeah, we can go from there. But this is what we're looking at with Bitcoin. Possibly we could be seeing this low, and this could be our next rally up for the dead cat bounce. And you always go on investopedia.com and look out what this is. But this is a possibility of what Bitcoin could be doing to manipulate people to come back down, because of the manipulation in there is clear common sense once you understand what manipulation is. And then there we go. It's just amazing. So now let's say you're a bank. Okay, you manipulate people, you get their hopes up for a price to come up higher, but then you start selling off to then get the hopes of these people going down that we might be actually going into a bear market. What I'm saying, if price goes to 42,000, 48,000, but starts to sell off again, what if it comes down and starts making lower lows and lower highs? What if it comes down to 20,000, 25,000, 28,000? This is what could be happening. It could be a quick dead cat bounce that I just showed you here in my Discord, but we could see this be a big buying opportunity for these institutions. So pretend you were a bank or you're a business and you want to get the best deal on your asset, which is Bitcoin. It's obvious if you look into the news, if you look into the world adoption, you look into what's happening with Bitcoin within the cryptocurrency market itself. You are going to want to get a big deal. You don't want these retail buyers to be in. So you're going to shake them out, get them scared. You're going to get them to lose hope. And this is where you're going to be loading up your bags of just getting your assets so you can have the majority of it. So this could just be the ultimate grand scheme of things to shake people out, to get people scared so you can load up, because you know the actual fundamental sign of how this is going to be the future, how this is going to be worth over $1 million in the next 10 to 20 years for one Bitcoin. So think about it. On the big level, on the institutional level, on the understanding of this technology level, this is what can be happening. So if you just want to invest for the long term and you're not really considered about the short term, always dollar cost average. Put buy orders lower all the time. So if price is at, let's say, 40K, have your buy orders at like 30K or 20K or something like that. If price is at 60K, have them a little lower. Like always dollar cost average if you are a long-term investor into this, like myself. I do sell some when we see peaks, but I also buy it when it comes lower, and I'm always in for a good deal. I ideally want to see this come lower just based on how manipulation works, and I kind of see this as manipulation, but I could be wrong. But if we do start to see higher highs in signs of buying pressure in the optimal schematic play out, I will continue to buy up. We don't need to come lower. Like my representation of the market right now is going to be different than it is next week, because next week we could have a huge sell-off or we could have a huge buy-up. So depending on that, my analysis on the chart is going to be different. I'm just saying if and or but, this is what I'm going to be doing. So just understanding the market and how it moves is what you can do. So let me know if you have any questions. Join the chats down below, and thank you, everybody. Stay blessed.